The Houston Rockets may not have initially been among the season's most discussed teams, but with the rise of Amen Thompson and his pairing with Ter Ian, coupled with a strong supporting cast, more NBA fans are beginning to view this team as a legitimate contender. The recent game against the Boston Celtics illustrates the potential threat they present to others in the Western Conference. The Rockets and Celtics rank as the number 4 and number 5 defensive teams in the NBA. When the Celtics begin the fourth quarter in a zone defense, they quickly attempt to exploit it by utilizing pick-and-roll actions with Steven Adams, which compels Luke Kornet to drop quarter while notably enhancing his defensive skills this season. He is set to be a key factor for the Rockets throughout this quarter, particularly in these situations. The Rockets' strategy for this final quarter has been to nullify the advantage created by a 4-on-3 scenario, stemming from pick-and-rolls when they trap Jason Tatum. They would trap him, but aim to inhibit the drop-off pass that could lead to a Kornet short roll, which would result in another pass for an open shot since an advantage was he can easily attack downhill, breaking down the defense. And this exemplifies perfect ball movement by Houston, with Dillon Brooks hitting his 9th three-pointer of the game. Jason Tatum is once again guarded by Amen Thompson, and they are employing double screens this time. The Rockets will continue to switch, but Shannon eventually must switch onto Tatum, who recognizes this and drives hard at Shannon, getting him out of position. Now, only Amen Thompson stands between them, seemingly creating an advantageous situation. However, due to Amen Thompson's athleticism, Jason Tatum tries hard to extend the play, but he throws it too high for anyone to grab, resulting in a live ball turnover as Jalen Green already leaks out. This moment shows the real-time threat posed by Amen Thompson. It seems there was miscommunication within Houston. Shannon appeared to be instructing Dillon Brooks to pre-switch so he could cover Drew Holiday on the switch instead of Shannon, leaving both. They lacked the time to establish anything effective. It ultimately results in this peculiar heave from Jaylen Brown over Dillon Brooks. Meanwhile, Jalen Green is advancing the ball, and Schengen is once again matched up with Luke Kornet. He quickly realizes the situation and instructs Drew Holiday to pre-switch onto Schengen. However, this actually benefits Houston, as Drew Holiday guarding Schengen creates a mismatch. Jalen Green signals to Schengen to step away, clearly not wanting the switch with Drew Holiday. Instead, they have Amen Thompson set the screen, which involves Luke Kornet in the play, allowing him to drive downhill with relative ease. On the very next play, Jason Tatum runs a pick-and-roll with Luke Kornet. Houston is desperately trying to prevent a pass from being made, doubling Tatum hard and pushing him near the half-court line, essentially managing to strip the ball from him. Jaylen Brown then rushes at Dillon Brooks, but finds nothing available since Schengen and Fred VanVleet are both positioned down low, leaving everyone covered and creating no advantages. Consequently, Jaylen Brown simply settles for a shot, a recurring theme throughout this quarter. Immediately after, Schengen and Kornet execute a pick-and-roll, resembling a bit of Gortat's actions. To re-enter the game. This defensive series from the Houston Rockets is truly an exemplary display. Boston attempts to execute the pick-and-roll again, this time utilizing Porzingis. They once more hard-trap Tatum near the logo, creating a 4-on-3 scenario. However, no real advantage is established due to the effective rotations by the Houston Rockets. Fred VanVleet shifts to Porzingis on the short roll, while Jalen Green covers Peyton Pritchard in the corner. In that brief moment, Alperen Ngn manages to return to the pushing him off the line. This entire possession from Ngn is simply remarkable. The sequence begins with Drew Holiday matched against Ngn, which, as noted earlier, constitutes a mismatch, leading Porzingis to provide help in the lane. When Drew Holiday executes a spin move that necessitates Porzingis' assistance, he dishes the ball to Amen. Amen pump fakes, forces Porzingis out of position, and finishes with an easy layup. The play begins with a Jaylen Brown, and Kristaps throughout the play makes an incredible defensive recovery to achieve this block. Now the Rockets are aiming for another Shannon post-up, this time against Porzingis, but the pass is so poor that it draws more attention. Dillon Brooks cuts to occupy Drew Holiday and Peyton Pritchard's focus, leaving Amen Thompson open because Jason Tatum showcases his skills here. Once again, Jason Tatum finds himself in a situation where Drew Holiday sets the screen since Shannon, Luke Kornet, Shannon, and Amen. They attempt to trap Tatum again, but this time the trap isn't as tight, allowing him to complete the pass. Kornet finds Jaylen Brown, and given the current 5 players on the floor, the Rockets are fine with Brown taking a three-pointer. As the fast break unfolds, Brown finds himself matched against Shannon, prompting them to seek a post-up once more. However, the Celtics are overly wary of the unfolding situation after the quarter, leading Cornet to be caught off guard while waiting in held position, resulting in a 3-second violation. Cornet appears a bit shaken from the play and gets substituted. Interestingly, at this stage, Porzingis has 5 fouls, prompting the Celtics. He ends up missing. The Rockets secure the offensive rebound since Porzingis is drawn outside the paint, and they attempt to repose Shannon against Drew Holiday. However, Drew remains solid in defense. During the pick and roll, Shannon switches, which forces Jason Tatum over here, while Amanan and Shannon are close to him. Shannon appeals for a foul, but this opens up Drew Holiday. Therefore, Ian chooses to recover to Drew Holiday at the three-point line instead of defending Jaylen Brown, preferring to contest the 36% three-point shooter over the 32% shooter, while Fred VanVleet makes a commendable effort to get back in the play. However, this is simply the Rockets utilizing statistics at this stage. They are focusing on having green action. There isn't truly a matchup to exploit, as Jason Tatum must just charge at Amen Thompson downhill. He does so, delivering another challenging shot that places the shoulder into him to neutralize the shot blocking and ties the game. The Rockets take their turn. The Celtics have Luke Cornet on the floor. I believe this play was always designed to focus on whoever is being guarded by Luke Cornet. This time, it was Amen Thompson. Luke Cornet immediately fouls Amen Thompson, which was the foul they could afford. Now, they're gearing up for nearly the same. The ball so swiftly. Now, he's concerned about Jalen Green in the corner. Because the switch took too long, Fred VanVleet fakes a shot, freezing Jaylen Brown just long enough for Amen to exploit. Jaylen Brown is now just a moment late, allowing Amen to position himself effectively while driving down on Brown. He gets his shot off, and Amen Thompson ends the game with 33 points. Dillon Brooks concludes with 36 points and 10 three-pointers made. The Rockets limited the Celtics to just 23 points in the fourth quarter, outscoring them 29-23 in that period. Consequently, they improved to 31-4, placing them second in the Western Conference, with an 8-2 record over their last 10 games and ranking 4th in the NBA for defense. I sense that this could be one of those games and one of those quarters that alerts the entire league to yet another formidable team in the Western Conference. With that said, I hope you enjoyed this video. Please subscribe if you're new, hit the bell for notifications when I upload, and comment below on what you'd like to see next. As always, I'll catch you in the next one.